So we are going to start with a simple custom decorator example. Before I show you the decorator, let's take a look at one of the API routes. So for example, let's take customers. You're going to see a common theme in all these examples. I'm going to try to remove duplication from my routes. So on this first one, I'm going to go after the JSONifies. You can see here we have JSONify in every single call. And this is in every resource and every route. All the routes end by calling JSONify and passing a Python dictionary. So what we can do about that is to do the JSONification in the decorator. So we can decorate these routes, and when they're decorated, they don't need to JSONify. They can return a Python dictionary, and then the decorator will take it and convert it into a JSON object. So to look at that, we are going to check out a new version of the application. So we are going to go to version 11 now, and this is going to add a decorator that I'm going to show you. So if you notice, I've added a new sub package inside the app package. It's called decorators, and that is where I'm going to put all these new decorators that I'm going to show you. So let's look at the first one. So this is called JSON, and I included lots of comments here to make sure that you understand this and then are able to modify it and change it to your needs. This decorator implements all the boilerplate that I showed. It is a decorator without arguments, so this is the simpler type of decorator. And in the wrapped function, the first thing I do is call the route. So let's say that this, I wanted to return either a database model or a Python dictionary. I'm going to make it very flexible. The route can either return one of them, and here I'm going to do all the handling to convert that response to JSON. So there are a couple of things I need to do here. You know that a route can respond with a single result, with two results, or with three results. So if it's a single result, is a string or response object. If you add a second one, that will be the status code, and you can add the third one with the custom headers that you want to include in the response. So I need to make sure I know what I've got from the route that I just invoked. So here I'm going to do a little bit of logic to determine if I have 1, 2, or 3 results, and in the end I'm going to end up with my response body in RV, my headers in headers, and my status code in status. So after I do this, I know that I have all the elements separated, and if they're not provided, I'm going to have none in their place. And now I can look at RV and see if it is a model or a dictionary. If it's not a dictionary, I'm going to assume that it is a model. So in that case, I'm going to invoke my export data method, and that will convert that model into a dictionary. That will be my representation. So now RV is a dictionary, and if it was a dictionary originally, or if it was converted to a dictionary here, now I can call JSONify on it, and that creates a response object. The response object needs to get the status code if it was set in the response of the original route, and I need to extend the headers with the headers that were provided if they were there. And now my response object is equivalent to the response sent by the original route with the database model or Python dictionary JSONified. So I return that, and that converts the response. So now if we look at customers, you can see now that instead of using JSONified, which I removed from my import list up here, I'm using the JSON decorator. So now this decorator is in all my routes. So this was a very simple example. In the next video, we're going to see something a little bit more complex.